Here we are, Michael, the morning after the opening night of your exhibition here in Enniscorthy. How did it go?
Very well. I expected to sell about 5 or 6 paintings, for which I've done, and I've had 2 commissions, so they keep me busy for a while. And we're still running till I think about the 4th or maybe the 5th of November when Barry comes. It's a nice atmosphere. The flowers look great. The spread of pictures for sale, the prints are going well, and we're filling up the visitors' book. Yeah, I'm quite happy. It's a lovely little shop we've got, and people are talking about using it for an art centre, but we don't know about that. What ideas the landlady has about keeping it for sale or for hire or whatever. But you're happy.
Thanks, Michael.
This is not going to be embarrassing, is it?
Hello, Maura.
Hello there, hi. Johnny
Maura,
and Michael.
You're a native of Achill, I believe. So
Well-
how did you come to live in Enniscorthy? Can you give us the story
Well,
behind
when I
that?
say native Achill, it's my spiritual home, but I was almost born there by 2 months. My father was teaching there, but Achill is Mayo is our county. Yeah, my father used to play for Mayo, and we've always supported, even all those years in Wexford. So my father was a teacher, so obviously we were moved, from Achill then to Longford, very inland, and then he was happy to come down to the Wexford coast, which he found very similar to Mayo. So I've lived here. I go abroad quite a lot as well, but I've lived in part in Prague, I've lived in Brussels, I've lived in London and Dublin, of course.
Yeah. And how have you come to live in Enniscorthy now? And there's business here as well.
Well, there's a lot of reasons, but basically, I came back from Europe. I've been teaching in Prague, and I came back just to have a bit of a rest and that, and came home and just got knitted up with my family again. I kind of wasn't wandering aimlessly around the place, but I had a plan. I had done tourism, so I started to work in the Castle Museum. So I got a job there. And then I saw a little opening across the road, and I took over that shop and turned it into a craft shop, and I teach guitar there as well. So.
And yourself and Michael, how did you come to know one another?
We met.
And how did this exhibition come about?
Some kind of a spiritual thing. I don't know. It was just in the air, and it just happened. Really, it just came about because it was meant to happen, I suppose. Michael and I met. Well, I think I've always believed that Michael is like the Ezra Pound of Ireland, and he's been very good, and to lots of us, and also one of the gang, one of the poets that he helped, get into into print, Brendan O'Byrne, passed away, and I just thought Michael was down last year at our poetry, for the Athenaeum Theatre, which I'm involved with, and I just thought, it would be a lovely thing to have him back with his paintings and that, and he did very well with his poetry. So that's just, that the idea formed then, didn't it? I think, and then we just took it from there. But we had a problem with finding. I had another shop as well. We have a lot of empty shops, as you can see in the town.
Yeah.
We won't. And this was my favourite one, but then there was another one as well, and then that fell through. So I was praying that this temporary gallery, I'd love to turn this into a full-time gallery, this place here.
Can you tell us about the plans for the Athenaeum?
The Athenaeum, we've been a committee now for 5 years, and we've raised a fair bit of money. I won't elaborate too much. And we are in for funding from the Wexford local development and from the government, because outside Dublin, the Athenaeum is the most important historical area and building in Ireland, for 1916. So in 2 years' time, we're going to have this celebration of that period. Also, there's a lot of reasons. It's a very famous theatre. We actually had to save it. It was going to be sold by the diocese, so we prevailed. We just parleyed with them a little bit, and this is all been processed over 5 years, and now we have the rights and the 30-year lease from them.
Yeah.
So that's did I answer the question?
Yeah. And Michael tells me you're a good singer.
Well,
and musician,
I used to sing quite a lot. I still.
Can you give us a song?
Yeah, probably. Will I do
song in you?
Will I do a Leonard Cohen? I won't do original one now. I'll do a Leonard Cohen one. You see, it's a rainy day in Enniscorthy. See, my guitar got wet. Rainy day blues. Okay. Suzanne. Suzanne takes you down to a place by the river. You can hear the boats go by. You can spend the night beside her, and you know that she's half crazy, but that's why you want to be there. And she feeds you tea and oranges that come all the way from China. And just when you want to tell her that you have no love to give her, she gets you on her wavelength, and she makes that river answer that you've always been her lover. And you want to travel with her, and you want to travel blind, and you think maybe now she'll trust you, 'cause you've touched that perfect body with your mind. Now Jesus, he was a sailor when he walked upon the water, and he spent a long time watching from that lonely wooden tower. And when he knew for certain only drowning men could see him, he said, all men will be sailors then, until the sea shall free him. But he himself was broken just before the gates would open. Oh, forsaken, almost human, he sank beneath your wisdom like a stone. Now Suzanne, she takes your hand, and she leads you to the river. She is wearing rags and feathers from Salvation Army counters, and the sun pours down like honey on the lady of the harbour, and she shows you where to look among the garbage and the flowers. There are heroes in the seaweed, there are children in the morning, and they are leaning out for love, but they must lean that way forever, while Suzanne, she holds the mirror.
That's lovely, Maura.
Thank you.
Ça va?
Maura.
I hope it was all right. Kind of a shaky one. I hate looking at myself. Were you happy with it?
No, I haven't done a gig 30 years, but anyway, I didn't want to tell her all that. But however, she said, yes, I want you to make some announcements and blah, blah, blah. And she told me all, she was all very excited about it. And she's been in touch with me ever since, and reminding me what day it was and that it was coming up, and that I had to be here, and how talented the artist was. So she said, make sure you look it up on the website and get to know his art and all that. And so she was very professional. So would you please give Maura a great round of applause?
Yes.
So enthusiasm has got to be admired from whatever quarter it comes from, and Maura, as the organizer, certainly was enthusiastic. So why are we here today? Well, I came for the free booze, I tell you that. But I sort of half gave up the drink last Tuesday, but as you see, I didn't succeed very well because I have a glass of wine in my hand, but it's going to be the only one because then I have to drive. We all probably do. But anyway, we're here because we have this very talented artist Michael Connaughton, who lives in Howth. Am I correct there on that? You live in Howth, that's for sure. I don't know why you got this message about you living in Sutton, but anyway, Howth is the place. And Michael's here. And this is art that you can see on the walls, and each picture is prettier than the others. And as you see coming in the door there, he has the paintings of the birds here in the back, an abstract. Birds here in the front, an abstract in the back. And everything is for sale. And Michael is financing this himself between the hiring of the rooms and everything else. So he needs your support. And this is his 48th exhibition, which I think is marvellous. Marvellous. Marvellous for any artist to have 40. I don't think Money had 48 exhibitions, but so there you go. Now, times are tight, and you mightn't have all the shillings. Not that they're expensive, but you mightn't have it on you. No excuse not to leave. He has posters here, I see, for €5 or something, or €5.50 maybe. So he needs your support, and he's very grateful, as I saw him earlier on, thanking everybody for coming to view his work, number one. And number two, if you've got spare a few shillings in your pocket and you wish something on your wall, then I'm sure he'd be delighted at that. This is what it's all about. So, ladies and gents, without further ado, may I introduce you to Michael Connaughton, please. Let's have it. Michael Connaughton.
Thank you, Danny. My work, me, I hardly know who I am, although I'm 68. I'm slowly getting to know myself. The birds were done from self-love when I was a boy of ornithology, which it means the study of birds. And I did these with great difficulty, but and I might go back to them again because there's still hundreds of birds that exist in the world. But I'd also like to propose my abstract work, which you'll find behind there. I hope it's not that too abstract for you to understand. I'm a bit of an intellectual, but when it comes to painting, you have to forego all those things. And Johnny here is my video man who's made videos galore of my work, and I'm very, very grateful to him coming down. And without forgetting Maura here, who's the mainstay of the whole operation.
I loved it.
She's so enthusiastic and fiery about everything to do with the arts that I hope the atrium, that's what it's called. Is that right? The atrium.
Oh, the Athenaeum.
The atrium. I hope it gets the support it needs.
Thank you, Sean.
And that Enniscorthy can thrive with artists and musicians and poets and the whole lot. So I leave you now to the joy, the view of my pictures, and I hope that you all have a glass of wine and enjoy yourself. Good night now. Thank you.
I just say one.
Sorry.
I'm getting fond of this thing at the microphone, so just to say, all my lovely familiar faces, thank you very much, Michael, for coming in on this idea that we both had during the poetry in the Athenaeum's launch, remember, during the summer, and we brought it to life, and then Danny for cooperating, and Johnny, and for all of you for coming. It's really a lovely venue as well, isn't it? And I think it's an awful pity, but when we get the Athenaeum up, we will have rooms like this, I'm sure, for exhibitions. So this is the start, this is the taste of what's to come, and let's encourage lots of people to take up art and to take up music and to take up everything that is spiritual and lets the spirit loose and free, because
in these times with no money, I think we do need kind of like to go back on our spiritual selves and our artistry, which is a great benefit to everybody. So enjoy the night, and would be wonderful if the person who rents this eventually was into art, wouldn't it? Thank you very much for coming. Thank you.
I certainly will.